All right, yes, sir. What to do, man?
What's
Back
happening?
again after another little hiatus. YouTube wasn't trying to be friendly with us. I guess you can call us YouTube's most wanted. But hey, we back.
We're
I don't
back.
give a good goddamn.
Never did. Never
We
did,
just do this
goddamn
for shits and giggles. And if you don't know, this is the Flight Room Podcast. Another episode of Overtime.
OT
101, 101.
101.
What we do over here, we just, shoot the shit. We scour the internet so you don't have to. We talk about everything that's conspiracy and rap. So yeah, you probably never heard of a podcast like this, seen a podcast like this, but you know, we about to jump into some things.
That's
First
what
of
we
all,
do.
the first thing is going to be this whole government whistleblower trying to pull the whole seal back on this whole UFO disclosure. And we talked about the UFO disclosure on our last episode with our guest. And I don't know, I just feel like I said before, this whole narrative is kind of get spearheaded by these public figures that kind of get just placed. They just push them out there and be like, here, go. So I don't know if we can trust these people. They are in intelligence agencies, and intelligence agencies pretty much make up stuff. And I mean, it's
I mean, they know that
like
they know that they're not going to be able to contain everybody. They
yeah,
know
but
that.
intelligence is. I feel like it's like another form of media. Like
Yes, of
CNN is
course.
intelligence agency, MTV is intelligence agency, social media is intelligence agency. So like these
Mhm.
bigger intelligence agencies have their strong hand on all these forms of media. So it's like, can we trust somebody that's going on the news and saying, this is what we're talking about for this week? You know what I'm saying? So I
But
don't
then,
know.
you know the wildest shit is though
Mhm.
that honestly, to be perfectly honest with you, out of all the motherfuckers saying the wild shit, like you're 100% correct. You can't believe, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to know who to trust and, you know what I'm saying, what information has been. But guess what? One of these motherfuckers that's saying some wild ass shit, they are 100% true. That's the crazy shit.
You think so? So
Yeah.
like that's
Somebody, I mean, I just don't
somebody sleeping
believe that
past
there's
the
going to be 100% of the people just lying or just spreading misinformation. Somebody's telling the truth. It's just, it sucks that we got to weed through it.
I don't know. I think we've been told lies from the beginning of like soon as like the whole alien persona or alien story has been brought into like modern history. So like whenever Roswell was, I think that could have been all cap.
Right.
So
But
this
what
is
I'm saying is it doesn't
that,
necessarily have to be somebody from this generation that was right. You
but
know what
it's
I'm
like
saying?
the same. It's the same pony show. It's like okay, there's an intelligence agent. You know what I'm saying? There's
Mhm.
these press clippings. There's these grand you know newspaper clippings like I mean, back then it was like, probably New York Post, and now it was like New York Times. They're saying like, oh, Pentagon has this, and that, or
Yeah.
so I don't know
I'm,
if they control the media outlets, why should we believe anything they say?
I'm not I'm not saying that you should or you shouldn't, but what I am saying is that it is not possible for every single piece of information that's ever come out on let's say just say the topic of UFOs is not true. I just find that hard to believe.
I don't know if it's on TV. I don't know. All right, let's break this down. Like we watching like some John Madden film. We might as well break this down.
And boom, here we
Yeah,
go.
let's look at this motherfucker right here.
All right.
You see him? You
Yeah,
can hear him? I think I put an echo on this shit so YouTube don't ban us again.
all right, all right, all right.
Military program that has reportedly found wreckage of fully intact UFOs. The government now calls them UAPs, or unidentified anomalous phenomena. For years, there have been whispers and rumors that the government had aircraft of non-human origin. This report is the first evidence it might be true. The Inspector General has called Grush's complaint urgent and credible. Tonight, we have a World Television exclusive interview with the whistleblower in which he claims we not only have the aircraft, but the government has been keeping much of its secret from Congress and from the public. News Nation senior national correspondent Brian Enton is here with the story, and this is a blockbuster.
It is a blockbuster. It's really hard to wrap your mind around this. I've been working on this for the past couple of weeks. I'm still having a hard time processing all of it. All over the last couple of years, it sort of became mainstream to discuss UFOs. The government has released videos that he says no one has ever shared publicly before.
You are one of the most trusted former intelligence officials in the US defense and intelligence establishment.
Yes, I was.
You were trusted with the most intimate secrets.
Yes.
Grush sitting down with...
All right.
All right.
Do you nigga look like an actor or not? You got like a Matt Damon face.
Yes.
And then it's like the interviewers like give him softball questions like, okay,
Yeah, very.
like it's like, are you wearing a blue shirt? Yes. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's softball shit.
I mean, let him talk. Let him talk.
All right.
Award-winning investigative journalist Ross Coulthart, who's reporting for News Nation.
And I never heard no damn News Nation. Where did this shit come from?
I don't know what that is.
All right.
And has spent years reporting on the UFO question.
What conclusion did you come to at the end of your time on the UAP task force?
The UAP task force was refused access to a broad crash retrieval program.
When you say crash retrieval, what do you mean?
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic.
All right, time out.
I see where you're going. I see where you're
but
going.
what
It's
is
just too perfect.
It's goofy, yeah. It's goofy, and he's being very careful. It's like they're reading the script. So, what is non-human origin? Is it fucking alien? What is non-human origin?
I don't know what that is.
Is it a fucking baboon? Like, what is it?
Unicorn.
Yeah, what is non-human origin? Like, come on, bro. It's like very vague. It's like,
He when was this?
This is 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Okay.
You want to know like his like credentials?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So I mean, he tried to lay out his credentials in the beginning, but it's like,
Yeah.
what? But he just seems too calm to be whistleblowing about this.
Hold on. Grush is a decorated combat officer within the USAF during the war in Afghanistan and is a veteran of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, the NGA, and the National Reconnaissance Office, NRO. Okay, I heard about them. From 2019 to 2021, he was representative of the NRO to the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force from late 2021 to July 2022. That's very short periods of time. So it's not.
Yeah,
like,
he just said all that.
Yeah,
Nigga.
he was the co-lead for the UAP analysis at the NGA and is representative to the task force. He assisted in drafting the International Defense Authorization Act of 2023, which includes provisions of reporting of UFOs, including whistleblower protections. So yeah, I heard like, this is like the whole like gold rush of this whole UFO shit. Is like there's like there's protection now for whistleblowers. So if you want to come out with shit, it's like, oh, they're going to protect you. But at the same time, like everything he's saying in these interviews, he has to get it like signed off on.
By whom?
From these agencies. So it's not like, like a national security risk. So it's like, is that a script that you're reading?
It could be, but also okay. Let's say we give him the slightest benefit of the doubt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we do that.
Mm-hmm.
Based off of those agencies that you just listed on the different programs and stuff that he's been cycled through over the years, that nigga done seen some shit.
But no, that's not true, because he would say in these interviews himself, I don't know when it's going to exactly happen, but he says in these interviews himself, he's never laid eyes on any of this shit. It's all secondhand knowledge. it's people confiding in him. It's him analyzing.
So it's just like any lie.
Looking at
any lie turned true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what if they're just fabricating every piece of, what they want us to know or what they want us to make us feel or lead us in the wrong direction? It's just like them leaking the fucking loud. It's like I know certain people in my family are loudmouths, so I'm gonna tell them if I want my news to spread through the whole family. So is that him?
I mean, that's the government in general.
Exactly. So even like I know like a lot of people in the conspiracy community, like you either read or listened to Behold a Pale Horse by Bill Cooper, and he would say like all these like outlandish things that people kind of like love and like attach themselves to, but later like in his life he would say like, I think they was kind of using me, you know what I'm saying, letting me see these documents or briefing me on these certain things to lead me in the wrong direction. So this could be the same shit,
or it could not be him at all.
What you mean? He got
saying like
his ass and they just talking for him.
Yeah, like or it could just be like maybe something did happen and maybe he's being controlled not by corrupt government forces but by forces outside of this world.
Okay.
Potentially.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And maybe that's their distraction and they want to, oh yeah, this is what we look like. Or do we label us as unidentified flying objects. That's what we want you to label us at. Whole time we are energy fucking with your mind and all sorts of shit, but we got you thinking we some physical shit. You see what I'm saying?
What'd he say? He said
you're intelligent beings, right?
He's non-human,
Yeah, whatever the fuck he said.
Okay.
That sounds like some non-human shit to me. They asking us to look at human shit, but telling us it's non-human shit that's controlling that shit. Like that don't make sense to me. But okay.
All right. Let's break down.
And
yes.
Vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
See?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
No.
Like an Adam Sandler movie, like a joke, like a punchline is about to come.
That's what this. It looks so rehearsed. I can't get behind this, young. I can't.
You're dead set on that shit too.
I can't get behind it, bro.
You're dead set on that shit. Like,
I can't.
Motherfuckers lying.
Yeah. My bullshit like meter just is redlining right now.
All right, so okay,
I thought it was
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Play it.
Totally nuts. And I thought at first I was being deceived. It was a ruse. People started confiding in me. They approached me.
He was there for a year.
1 year. You're noob.
Plenty of current and former senior intelligence officers that came to me, many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me they were a part of a program. They named the program. I've never heard of it. And they told me, based on their oral testimony, and they provided me documents and other proof, that there was, in fact, a program that the UAP task force was not read into.
Grush alleges the U.S. government has recovered non-human craft for decades. He's filed a whistleblower complaint saying he gave what he calls the classified proof to Congress and the Intelligence Community Inspector General. News Nation has confirmed David Grush's credentials and resume. We've not seen or verified the alleged proof he says he's provided to investigators.
This nigga's in a Marriott.
Look at this fucking B-roll of him.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like this shit is on what's the Investigation Discovery thing?
Yeah, ID channel.
The ID channel, and they do the reenactments.
Yeah. But it's him.
He is in his own reenactment. Shut up.
There's 4 lines on that one sheet.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Oh,
says he can't show us the proof for national security reasons.
And that's a courtyard Marriott. That's not a Marriott.
He also tells us he's not seen photos of the alleged craft himself, but has talked extensively with other intelligence officials who have.
If you're right,
it's too professional.
if you're telling us the truth, everyone, the entire American public has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, an official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone, yeah.
Do we have bodies? Do we have species of
Well,
non-human?
naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds, it's true.
All right. What's more believable? Let me ask you this. What's more believable?
Man's mouth.
Was okay. So you specifically saying from this whistleblower, for this guy, yeah, he does seem like
look
a
at
farce.
this face right here.
He seems like a farce. He does.
He
does.
That's the face when somebody we tell him, "Hey, how you doing?" He just give you that.
Nah, he's like a Mormon.
Yeah. I ain't got time for those shit, but it's not real. Yeah.
Oh man, and he looks like he's about in the next scene. Once you unpause it, he says, "And I'm not lying to you."
Good fucker.
Like you gonna say that? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What up, Boo Boy?
What's good with it?
Happy belated, fool.
Yep.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Yeah.
You believe in any of this stuff? Any of this? Boo Boy believe everything.
I don't believe shit.
You do.
I don't believe shit. I just send it. I send you everything. I don't believe it. I just be looking like all this shit. First of all,
I be trying not to send shit. I'll be like, all right, let me chill.
Nah, I just be sitting because I'll be like, look at this bullshit on here, fool. Because, like, all right, so if we already know shit about to be fake, shit about to be planned, and like, you can't ignore the fact that, okay, this is like once you know, you know. So even though, oh yeah, I seen a sighting, oh woo, but if they're telling you they're gonna like fake the shit, like
yeah, here we go.
This is what they talk. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah,
exactly. So it's like, but I will say a lot of this shit.
This is the intro to the fake shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
You gotta have. I mean, it's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, and you gotta like you gotta admit like the shit y'all like be like, all right, like you be seeing people be amped. See, I told y'all they coming. I see the ship. That shit be funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that shit be funny because they be spot on. Like, and then they be praying. They be like, oh man, I gotta get my life right. They been lying to us,
and that's when them niggas run straight to the podium and be like, "Operation Fool Niggas is in full effect. Operation Fool Niggas is in effect."
Right?
They know. They like, all right, yeah, cool. We good with this.
Right.
We good.
Real on that, like,
I but real talk though. But what will be the end game? Like, what would be the objective to even faking some stuff like that? Like, how could you fake it on a mass
you ever
scale?
See Avengers?
I think it would be like, huh?
You ever see Avengers?
Avengers?
Yeah.
Which one?
All the motherfuckers.
All of
them. So Avengers pretty much is what they do. They brought like, oh, we're bringing the world together so everybody's included, not America with their allies and all that. Huh?
What's wrong with bringing the world together?
I mean, that
listen.
If you have good intentions with bringing everybody to one accord, there's nothing wrong with that. But if I'm covering your ass and telling you, no, like it's all right out here, but everybody gets shot. Come on now, like you know they basically showing you their right hand and giving you their left. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna tell you it's good, but in all actuality, like, we're coming together to make one union and to be on togetherness. No, fuck that. We're coming together because we can get richer this way, or
for like
you can work here.
some protection shit. Because he did say like these. Hold on, I think we're gonna get to it.
So I think to answer your question, I also think that one possible in-game scenario that I think is in play is the fact that when it's I think it's all got to do with energy and frequency, and I think that when they did the whole when they did COVID, they were able to
got 2 strikes.
Oh yeah. But yeah, when that happened, they were able to, from on a global scale, they were able to lower the vibration of let's say just say humanity, right? To the point where everybody is more so fear. You strike fear in everyone, right? Okay, operation whatever that was accomplished. We're able to just completely lower the vibrational frequency of everybody on the planet. Let's say that most people on the planet, right? But now, what else? Okay, other than fear, how else can we control them? Right. So, what if this or UFOs in general is whenever they stage or plan whatever the fuck the next thing, and when they've, I guess you can say, fake the shit, they now want people to be fearful, but now people that's going to get to the point where they're now going to be looking for a savior. You see what I'm saying? And that now we're getting into the point of, you know what I'm saying? They start ushering in people that, you know what I'm saying, these antichrists that they like to call them, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Steve Harvey.
You say what?
Steve Harvey.
You said Steve. Survey says.
But nah, I agree. I agree. Or they trying like some backdoor shit.
Yep.
I mean,
you don't, because he keeps saying like non-human intelligence. So is that AI? Like, did y'all let the cat out the bag, or is it like some CERN shit? You know what I mean? Did y'all let the cat out the bag, or if it don't make a lot of shit don't make sense, because if it's like so many, because in this interview he said that they recovered like not him per se. It was another whistleblower, Sean Kirkpatrick. He said they like recovered 12 craft, and they say they recover a craft like every 5 years. I'm like, damn, it's like these motherfuckers travel light years away or travel interdimensionally and then they just crash. Like, that shit don't really make sense.
Right.
Like, how many motherfuckers driving up Georgia Avenue right now? And like, how many crashes it? You know what I'm saying? Like, per 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 trips, how many crashes it? But you know, traveling here, you know, in and out the.
Yeah, what's so fucked up with our atmosphere that you crashed?
Yeah, something that's supposed to be so superior to us that they crash.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this. I didn't get too deep, but in the beginning of time, I don't want to get my elements mixed up, but it was another high. It wasn't oxygen that we originally that was right here on Earth. I think.
Was it carbon?
Well, you know, carbon is oxygen.
Hmm?
You know
Explain.
what I mean? Well, not carbon is oxygen, but the level of carbon is quote unquote high, right? That's what Bill Gates said. Bill Gates said the level of carbon is high.
Yeah.
So, in order, meaning it's not enough. He basically said it was not enough oxygen, so we got to depopularize people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, hearing that, and then just, man, I wish I'd be going half off shit that I be reading, man. And I'm bad, but it's dope because, you know, a lot of stuff, like, I learned that like H2O is not really the actual water that our body needs. It's H3O. You know what I mean? Which is, and it's kind of like the same substance. Maybe they told you need oxygen, but really you need to breathe in something else. And when they come here, it's all oxygen everywhere. So they say, like, maybe there's ships run out of whatever they need to breathe in to be in this atmosphere, and they crash.
I don't know. I just think I don't know. I think I've been thinking the whole shit is a farce. Because like, why can't we ever see it like plain as day?
Yeah.
Unless this is like some type of experiment.
Well, you could say that, but you had an experience when you seen
Yes,
some
with this
shit,
man
right?
here. With this man right here. Yeah.
Exactly. So, what? Maybe like 3 months ago, myself and a coworker had an experience where we seen some shit. Now, it wasn't
Well,
even
I think I
me
had one
to bring
recently
it.
too, but I debunked it right there and there. So I don't know. Am
Nah,
I? Let me ask this though. Just how you said like the whole like 2020 thing, right? You know what I mean by the 2020 thing.
Yeah.
All right, so that 2020 thing, it was being put in your mind through the media, through your psyche, and now everybody's thinking like, you know, you kind of like hypochondria is a strong thing. Like you can think you can have something, and your brain is strong enough that you would really have the symptoms. So if they're pumping this whole UFO UAP shit in the media, and then every once in a while you'll see something like abnormal in the sky, so your brain, your psyche is stronger than, you know what I mean, you know, I guess your heart. It would trick you and make you believe you seeing something like that. Like prior to probably
Yes.
the 30s or the 40s and shit, they had no probably recollection of what an alien, UFO, and none of that shit.
That's
before.
my point. That is my whole point. They would have hypothetically, what if they're just trying to normalize it? What if they're just trying to normalize something and it's to get to the point where, you know, because let's just say we having the same conversations 10 years ago, right? Yeah. UFOs, oh my god, you saw a UFO, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Now it's to the point where like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I seen Sean the other day. So it's already gotten to the point where it's no longer a surprise to niggas, or it's no longer left talk when you bring it up in conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's
just saying, like, psychology wise, is like you implant it in yourself, because like the group consciousness is like, it's so powerful, you can like almost manifest it visually, but it's not really there.
Yeah, and also
manifest sickness is not
that's
really.
That's what they're saying that blue beam is. It's not a projection, it's our projection, not an actual projection.
Yeah. Right. You know, like when we went to school with psychology and shit with like Carl Jung and all that stuff, we call that shit archetypes. It's like just like how every like horror movie has like an archetype, like, you know, son was done wrong by family and he's on a revenge track. It's like the same thing. It's like the same thing that scare you every movie. So it's like all archetypes. What's up, P?
Hey, what's good?
What's good with it? But just like in the movies though, they say they gotta, like, in order for you to actually like get used to the shit, they gotta put it in your face, so that when it actually happens, you not that much like, oh, just like with the whole scamdemic, you know what I mean? Like they pretty much they made I ain't say the thing, I switched it, but they made movies to actually show you exactly what the fuck happened. So it's like I gotta give it to you a little bit, because I can't lie. Like that's the whole law of it. I gotta tell you what's going on. However, maybe it's bent a little bit. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be yellow, it's gonna be green. It ain't gonna be on Tuesday, it's gonna be on Wednesday. Shit like that.
Or even like I was saying, like how it got introduced to us as a civilization, got introduced to us in like the 40s or whatever Roswell was. Even before, I think before then, Orson Welles, like H.G. Wells, he had like that series on radio, you know, War of the Worlds, like where that movie came from. People was listening, like how our guest last week, Jean Kyle, he said like people would listen to that radio broadcast and then know how to differentiate like fiction from actual newscast. And when they was listening to it, they ran out in the street and was fucking committing suicide, because they didn't know how to differentiate the shit. That's how powerful media is.
That's what I'm saying. Who's to say that this is him?
He's
This is nothing more
yeah.
of a. This is just a message. This is
Right.
a bat signal.
Right. He's implanting that shit in our psyche.
Look how he's looking. He's like, nigga, did you hear me? Look at him.
But for what? For
who and
finesse or for a warning? This could be finesse.
It could be, yeah.
This could be all finesse.
Okay, what would make you think that it? Okay, what would you need in order for you somebody coming out and it's a whistleblower? What would you need to hear from them, and how would you need to hear from them to know? Okay, what they're saying is true. What the fuck?
Look like this stupid face ass nigga right here.
Hey, look at his face though. Yep, I'm lying. I'm lying.
Yep.
Yep, I'm misguided. Yep, they paid me.
Oh man,
they paid me.
They're like, did you take a shit in my yard?
No, bruh.
You know you did.
It wasn't me. I got you
definitely did.
I got you on camera. All right, it was me. Yeah, it was me.
Did.
Yeah, it was me.
You motherfucker.
Nah, come on. Like common sense, bro. Like what proof do we have? We have no legitimate proof. The whole world is on surveillance. They stalk us at every fucking corner. They stalk every, like I seen a video of like how they use AI to track, like they track like a block of like drug dealers. They can see the patterns going in and out of one building. They stalk our every move. If that fucking a submarine had cocaine on it, I bet the Coast Guard would have found that shit. They stalk every fucking move. But you can't tell me we can't find one legitimate UFO video anywhere.
Exactly. They're always all blurry, distorted, something looking fake. Yeah, I hate that shit too.
Same way with like ghost sightings and shit. They do the same thing with that shit. Extra, paranormal shit.
Yeah, I just hate the build up, and then you get like fragments of a second.
Right. Yeah.
Can't even make out a clear shot.
Right.
The movies is better. The movies are better.
Exactly. And then now they're gonna start. I think they're gonna start using movie technology to fool us. That whole blue beam shit. I think that's. I think they're gonna take the whole like
Spider-Man.
Have you been seeing it like in like China and stuff? Those billboards they have.
Apple Vision shit. That shit about to be.
Think about in Spider-Man. They use drones.
Can you imagine
to
falling
get people
asleep
to
with that
see
shit on?
different things. You know what I mean? To get a whole
that too. Nope.
Yeah, like how they use. I mean, they got the technology. Why not use it?
No, I'm talking about they're gonna have like a full-on media,
like a
production like this. They're gonna have a full media production like this. They're gonna have it on like some type of like CNN, Fox News, whatever, or probably all of them at the same time, and we'll have like some type of like touchdown, and it's gonna be all CGI. We're gonna have a very, very, very difficult time differentiating like what's real and what's not. You see like some of these AI like productions of of anything. You can see like
like you mean like how
it's very easy to fake something right now.
Nigga, I was the other day I was watching something. It was I guess it was showing how awesome the graphics of the next Grand Theft Auto is gonna be. Nigga, I thought I was watching an actual like a car go down the street.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? That shit just looked too fucking real.
If you want to go back,
but that's like,
they said they never seen like people who was outside right there at the buildings. They said they never seen no planes hit the building. They just seen explosion. But on TV, you seen planes hit the building.
True.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And it's people who were on the ground, firefighters. It's people who actually verbally the day of say no, it just blew up. There was no planes.
But like Red said, the masses of people that were actually the amount of people, the couple 100,000 people that were in New York versus globally seeing it on TV, the masses, that energy went straight into it and it changed the narrative right then and there.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter what they actually saw in New York. What matters is what the masses believe.
Oh, look at this clipping too. Like when I say like the whole psychological thing, the CIA used to hold on, that's the wrong one.
222.
Yeah, 222. They used to lure him in, but I don't know. Hold on.
I think whatchamacallit might be a hoax as well.
What?
The whole nuclear weapons thing.
Period.
Yeah,
I seen some shit about that.
Like it's not what you think.
What is it, like frequency?
Nah, they saying like they don't have like the ability to do that, but maybe I don't know.
It's all lies.
Let me play.
It's also harder for people to wrap their minds around the concept of a crashed object from somewhere else. It's easier to accept that, yeah, we see things in the sky that we can't explain.
Journalist Leslie Kane broke Rush's whistleblower story this morning in the debrief. Ms. Kane's career has been mainstream and credible, having written a series of reports on UFOs in the New York Times dating back to 2017. He has the credentials, but there's no documents that he's handed over. There's no pictures. And as a journalist, you want to see documents, you want to see pictures. Does that raise a red flag?
Not at all, Brian. I mean, you mean documents that actually describe the craft?
Correct. Yeah, like government documents, or to be able to see it for ourselves.
Of course. Don't we all want that? And the problem with that is all of that information is classified. You know, as we said in the story, everything that Grush told Congress and told the Inspector General of both the IC, the Intelligence Community Inspector General, and the Department of Defense Inspector General, all of that information is classified.
In 2017, Kane reported exclusively in the New York Times that the Pentagon had a secret UFO program. 3 years later, the Pentagon confirmed her story. Her latest report is even more explosive, but Kane says she has multiple sources who back up Grush's story.
I believe it because of all the sources I have who have told me the same thing.
We forget just how easily the human mind can be manipulated. It's the easiest thing to manipulate.
Yeah.
I mean, from birth, you know what I'm saying? We're born and we're just, you know, we don't know what's going on. Right?
Santa Claus, yeah.
We don't know from birth. We don't know what's going on. But guess what? These two people that are raising me are telling me that they're my parents. They're telling me that their beliefs are my beliefs. You see what I'm saying? Let's say you're born into a family where they watch the news every day. They're manipulated 24/7. So they now teach you to also, you know what I'm saying, how to be easily manipulated. So you see what I'm saying? It's like it can be damn near hereditary. You know what I'm saying? Like
they say the generational cycles and stuff. Beat up.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like we like right now is the age of information. So it's like we defining that like how what was passed down to us, like normally what was passed down to our parents was basically like stay in line, say yes, you know what I'm saying, be yes men. But like what we got, even this whole, you know what I'm saying, platform, you know what I'm saying, basically going against the odds. But you're absolutely right. What was basically passed down from generation to generation was basically fair, especially when it comes to brown people.
Yeah. And plus I think they also plan on motherfuckers, this whole woke movement. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want to be woke. Okay. All right, cool. Got you. Wake up to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like people think that now they seeing this and now they think that they woke. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, no, you still sleep. I just got you.
Yeah. You're right, because how I was maybe like 5 years ago, and I thought I was quote unquote woke compared to today. It's like what? I'm more at peace.
Right.
Like, I'm more at peace.
Yeah.
I ain't beating shit down nobody's throat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's pointless. You know what I mean?
For real. It's either you grasp it. It was a shift. You was either on that shit or you wasn't.
Yeah.
It's a thin line. But this guy was talking about the CIA simulated UFO abductions in Latin America as psychological warfare by Dr. Jacques Vallée.
They simulated UFO abductions, so they had spaceships, fake ones.
Mm-hmm.
tech to Well, I don't know what they do during an abduction though. That's crazy. So they could have really been abducting people though.
Right. And then now, like, that's in the human psyche. Like, oh yeah, I've been somebody put something up my ass.
Right, yeah.
It was fucking Marshall from Kansas doing that shit.
Exactly. The CIA. That's why you didn't see nothing. You was
and
that joint says right there. It says there has long been an official campaign, an official campaign of ridicule and secrecy. Long been.
He's been in the game for a long time too.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. If they simulated them, that means you're reenacting it.
He's sniffing out the bullshit.
Yeah, you're like, I listen. I have a master's degree in astrophysics, okay, and computer science. Put those together, there's your lie.
He was involved in Project Blue Book.
Oh, the dude that's saying that, talking about the simulation. Oh yeah, then it's official.
Okay, but what if they just try? What if they trying to
So this
remember that movie that came out and said "Don't Look Up"?
Yeah,
remember that movie that came out. All right, so what if hypothetically the whole Project Blue Book? Remember Men in Black when they flashed the light, you know what I'm saying, and they just couldn't remember shit anymore. Remember that the flashy thing, Joan? What if their goal is to feed this shit into the media, feed it, get everybody thinking that UFOs is unidentified flying objects, and then they create this, this global invasion of aliens. They stage it, and they got everybody looking up, and they flashy thing everybody.
It could be something like that. Because that's all they're doing. That's all they're doing now is just desensitizing us to everything that's like going on, to aliens and otherworldly creature making attacks on shit. Like they're doing that now, even with the AI and the tech. It's just desensitizing. But I do think they are gonna like do that.
But what if they using biotech to get everybody to be on one?
I mean, the fact that we're even having this conversation says that we're questioning the existence of outer space in general.
Maybe it's not. Maybe
you see what I'm saying? Or just space or other galaxies or other, you know what I'm saying? Like we're questioning.
It don't make sense, bro. It don't make sense.
No, never does.
It don't fucking make sense. How does something travel this far and crash? How does anything biological even travel here? Like if it moves up and down fast as fuck,
even that
it move like your fucking organs will spit out your fucking butt. Like it don't make sense.
Nope,
it don't make sense.
And then that's what I'm saying too. Like how you get here, you can't take off all of a sudden. You can't fly all of a sudden.
Let me get a jump.
Just fuck you up like that.
Let me get a jump, nigga. Let me get a jump.
Yeah, you get here, you just sauced. You can't fuck around. Like what? That don't even make sense to me.
What if they shot it down though?
Let me get a jump.
Yeah, that's what some of these do.
But that's what I feel like they've been doing.
It said they lured them in by doing fake nuclear tests. And this whole
Let me get a jump.
They're like, oh, gotcha. Like we catching fish.
Can you imagine telling the nigga, nah, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to bring down my battery. Tell an alien that shit.
How are they supposed to be like a more advanced species and they getting caught up by us? That's like crazy. That's like a fish jumping out and just like pulling us back in the water and be like,
that's what I'm saying. That's like going backwards, especially if they're so advanced in all this technology and stuff. That's like, nah, there's no way.
It don't make sense.
Let me get 10 on 6.
Shut the
fuck up. Oh my god, that's just crazy. Now you right though. When you think of it that way, you right. It's like, all right, well, what happened? Like, what made us so special when you fucked up here?
But aren't we special though? So if we made in the image of God, like what are these ugly ass niggas?
Yeah, that's why it's the
But
reptilians
He
and all
said,
that. So
yeah.
it's like
but look, but what if when they open the joint,
otherworldly
they
creature.
Huh?
actually look like a higher level of us?
Nah, if we made in the image of God, like we haven't changed, over a species on our whole existence on Earth. We
But
made in the image of God, but like if they some gray big eye
Yeah, they be
4 foot no
long
dick ass
head.
niggas,
I
like
think
how
Yeah,
I
like
I
yeah.
think I think
Then
that
maybe
is the
there's one
image.
more than one God.
I think, and that's one, and but two, I also think that's just an image that's being persuaded because they don't want to say who really is. If you think about it, like say about the Sumerian tablets, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
talk about the
Mhm.
Anunnaki, right, and you understand how they made man or whatever the case may be, right? Say if
Mhm.
they did and they made us in their image, correct? So if they open up the ship, what if it's them? You know what I mean? Because you say if God made it, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
saying the Anunnaki? Yeah.
that's because the Anunnaki talks a lot about uh flying in from a different dimension or different whatever. You know what I mean? So I mean it could have a lot to do with that, but that can't
Max
be.
Smart? A vacuum next to a pressurized system. How's that work? What do you mean by that? Help us out. I'm not that smart.
A vacuum next to a pressurized system. How does that work? You talking about like black holes or something?
Yeah, some interdimensional shit.
86 is a
Oh,
good year though.
a great year. One of the greatest.
86 is a great year.
It's the greatest year.
It's alright.
It's probably the greatest year.
Nah, you know what? It is because it was prepping for 87, and when 87 dropped, it said,
Nah,
"Boo boy, hey, boo
Well,
boy,
know where you came from, brother. Know where you came from.
boo boy." There you go. Hey.
86. Space is a vacuum next to a pressurized system. I don't
Oh, I
understand
see.
space. I don't understand space. I don't understand how people got on the moon. I don't know how we travel. I don't know why it looks so fake when we get out there. Maybe we can't get out. Maybe that's the whole metaphor of that whole news series Silo, how they can't get out and they're not supposed to get out.
Oh
I don't
man,
know.
that's a good show.
I think it's a whole metaphor for space and getting off the planet. Silo.
Mm.
Or getting outside of the firmament.
That's
It
what
might
people
be
get.
like oh yeah, the firmament and all that. I was waiting for them to show something like that in
Remember in
trailer.
what was that movie? With Matthew McConaughey, he was falling and he was in space. They were
Interstellar is the greatest
Oh,
movie of all
Interstellar?
time.
Interstellar. So
Oh
remember
Yeah.
in
yeah, we be going in
Interstellar,
on that.
remember in Interstellar at the
A
very
great
end,
movie to watch while you're on mushrooms.
I know.
The
Remember when
best
he
movie to watch
reached
when you're on
the
mushrooms.
remember how he felt like everything was like collapsing in on itself, and then he
Yeah.
finally
Using the Tesseract.
yeah. So he was so
He was a Tesseract though. He's floating around and all that shit when he's in the wall. When she was
yo.
talking to the wall.
So what if that is like what if he um what if he found like a way like what if like going like once we where they don't want us to go or wherever the fuck up is or down is or outer is inner whenever the fuck wherever that is that's where he went, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, and he was able to see everything across every single dimension, you know what I'm saying, he was able to see everything. And what if that's like a space that they just they just don't want motherfuckers in there, you know what I'm
You mean
All
saying?
right, boom. So
it's
look,
supposed to be the
all right.
fifth dimension?
You say what?
It's supposed to be the fifth dimension, right?
Yeah.
I
Because
don't
then he
know.
go through he went through like a portal,
And then he finally
right?
like came to at the end, like he came back, but he was, older, younger, whatever the
So
fuck
peep
he was.
this. So peep this, right?
Yeah, it
All
was
right.
that
So
time too. I remember that part.
to go off what you said, so some people say that where the nuclear sites are, that's usually where portals are, right? Because we're in a
Hmm.
firmament, right? So that's how they're able to catch these. Because if I'm say I'm a, and maybe the nuclears aren't really for war. The nuclears are
Mhm.
maybe more so to break through the joint because maybe we trying to get out or to see what happened if we do get out. And whenever there's a threat of us breaking the firmament by using nuclear weapons,
Yeah,
you know what I
absolutely.
mean? Because even with Noah's Ark, or if you look at the Sumerian tablets, how they talk about nuclear weapons, um, using nuclear weapons in order to cause the flood. or maybe yeah. So
The
I mean,
no, you
yeah,
right.
So I mean, it's a lot of ways and a lot of things, but I feel like everything's connected. You know what I mean? And what's being perceived to us is to get us to look left while the right hand is crawling. You know what I mean? So I don't know, which I think.
Because the whole nuclear testing, they could have, they could have I mean, what's the strongest force in the universe? That what they say, a black hole, right?
Love.
Or a black hole. And I mean, and what's one of the strongest forces that we can create here on Earth? A nuclear explosion, right? That's one of the strongest forces that, what I'm saying. But now we got to the part where, like we doing with the particle colliders and shit like that, where they crashing particles into each other trying to create black holes. I just think that nuclear testing, that's old. That shit old as fuck. Nuclear test, they was trying to disturb space and time, and they now found another way. That nuclear weapons, that was their way of trying to do some shit. That shit didn't work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they're on the like frequency and shit like that now.
They realize, okay, we trying to use a sledgehammer, and it doesn't take that. It doesn't take a sledgehammer. It takes, you know what I'm saying? It's very easy. We're doing too much. But
I think aliens are cap.
You think there's aliens at the bottom of the sea?
It's cap. Yeah,
Nah, cap. Like the whole.
They said that the aliens come to and from. They go in the ocean.
I just think it's like, I think it's probably different species of creature, and not even like aliens. Some of them motherfuckers can talk and be on some wild shit, like X-Men. I feel like it's some shit like that.
Alien is anything foreign, so it could be anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like it's literally like creature people mix. What's that? What's the show with the kids that be coming out like animals? It's on Netflix. I feel like it's
Children
something like
of the
that.
Corn?
No.
Nah.
It's actually a pretty good show. It's what is it called? Oh man, I can't think of the name of the show.
No.
They just dropped the season 2. But no, it's pretty good. It's like oh, let me look, man.
They're like hybrids.
Yeah, hybrid animal people.
Just type that in Google. Hybrid animal people.
Sweet Tooth.
That looks crazy. Yeah, Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth. Okay.
Yeah. Check that one out when you get some
time. I honestly think like this has been a long battle, like all these ancient, religious texts, and especially in the Bible with angels and demons. I think that's it. I think aliens are demons that be stepping through. You know what I'm saying? Just like how, like, I don't know, Steppenwolf or Thor, you know what I'm saying? They just be stepping through.
Yeah.
It's dimensional stepping through. And I think
the ones that figured it
dimensional beings.
Yeah, we probably need to stop talking about them because like we're kind of inviting them over.
Yeah, we give them energy.
We're feeding it. Yeah.
We're feeding it
like that.
But I think that's what
they're trying to raise the awareness, and they trying to let these motherfuckers step through.
Exactly. Give them more energy.
Yeah. And it's like, think about it, because like all these motherfuckers in the entertainment industry, you know what I mean, whether it's fashion, you obviously seen it, like our Balenciaga episode. It's like a dark force. Yeah. Music industry, it's a dark force. Movie industry, it's a dark force. It's like we're introducing it, and now it's in the news. Like you talking about aliens being non-human origin type shit. Okay, y'all letting these motherfuckers about to walk through the fucking gate. It's
easy.
And it's like, oh, remember like how like we in the past are saying, oh, humans aren't ready, so you want us to be ready by like inviting these motherfuckers over? No, I'm not inviting y'all. Y'all not invited to the party.
Exactly, man.
We got to talk about this.
Yeah.
I didn't vote.
I'm not inviting y'all.
I don't know y'all niggas.
I've been fucking over Earth for a minute, and we made in the image. Y'all not made in the image. I'm not inviting y'all. No.
We called the shot.
Yeah. And then y'all always after our Earth ladies.
Uh-oh.
Y'all not offering no alien ladies. Y'all after our Earth ladies, and y'all
right. They're trying to mix it.
Yeah.
They're trying
leave my earthly ladies alone.
Yeah.
They're trying to procreate.
you know how they say like aliens, people have like alien encounters that smell like ammonia or sulfur and shit like that's what they say. Like if you watch like Constantine or some shit like that, they say that shit smell like sulfur. So these motherfuckers are demonic.
Yeah, crazy. But that's what I feel like. I feel like those are the ones that show themselves as demonic ones. You know, low frequency, ghoulish creature.
Alistair Crowley, when he be summoning that whatever that species that is, what was it called, like lamb? Look just like a great alien.
Yeah, yeah, low frequency shit.
He's supposed to be most wickedest man, you know what I mean, alive.
Yeah, ever.
I do think that there is something to be said with the ocean though, with the water, because we all know that water's a conduit, and I think that is the if there was let's say if there was a battleground, that's where it is.
Oh, out on the water.
Out on the water. If there ever was one, because where do most storms and shit like that start?
Everything. I mean,
everything comes from the sea, then it comes this way.
And they can control the most out there.
Effects of that shit, huh?
They can control the most out there. They got the harp shit. Like it'll be a real war. It'll go crazy out there.
And when they say the Titans came from the sea, right?
Right. They said there was what, waist deep in that shit.
Yeah.
Like a battle,
which is wild. Which is wild.
Yo.
Like what the fuck?
I should not share.
I see it.
You do?
Yeah, that's a straight up alien.
Yeah. So he's summoning this, dark entity. I can see that.
And that's really all it is. They just traveling through frequency, getting here. Yeah.
So this didn't come on a spaceship. He was summoning and it popped up in front of him.
That's great. Yeah, that's straight. That's an alien.
Well, I can't see it.
So what, he drew it and it popped up in front of him?
Nah, he would like say different incantations.
Mantras, yeah. Even that, but you are right. They show you that in the movies. They show you that in these stories, in these tales. Like it's all the same shit.
That shit wild. I need to give me a drink with some money.
An alien with some bread.
Summing that shit up. I need.
What y'all think about them divers on the
man.
submarine? What they hitting on?
That shit was a distraction.
What they hitting on?
It had to be.
I didn't even really hear the story.
I just heard about it 2 days ago.
I was tired of that shit. Like, stop showing me this shit.
Yeah, but that's what happens. Oversaturation. Just keep going with the dumb shit.
That shit was wild.
And then when I found out what was going on with it, I was like, who gives a fuck? Like, what? I found out like 4 days
That's
later.
What me and Rez was saying. It's like,
I'm like, oh, there's billionaires on there? What the hell does that got to do with me? Like, what? Who gives a shit? They pay what to get on there?
That's the whole, like,
stupid.
They drink
exactly.
our energy with that shit. It's like, oh,
yeah,
you really should care about this. And they just, at the top, they're sucking that energy like,
especially through like TV and shit, man. Like that's where that should be at. I feel like when you sit in front of like the TV, that beam, it really like takes something from you. You get news and shit like that. Yeah, phone too. Cause that shit don't stop. That's an addiction.
But it's like, do we send out a search party for every stupid motherfucker that walk up Mount Everest? No. Or
that jump off of that go overboard on the cruise ships.
Yeah,
exactly.
They motherfuckers do that all the time,
right.
And by no means are we undermining people's lives that are being taken.
No, but yeah,
it's like, the narrative that they try to paint behind the shit.
Worldwide news.
Yeah, it was. It was everywhere.
It fucked up my day. I was kind of like, damn, this all niggas is on right now.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, niggas is just.
Did they end up getting out?
I said James Cameron made a statement. I was like, why the fuck does he matter?
They had that shit.
Really?
This morning.
From Avatar?
Yes, it says CNN James Cameron.
They had a countdown.
You know he did Titanic.
Yeah. And that's what they went to go see. I know.
They had a countdown on the news they had a countdown to exactly when they no longer were going to have oxygen.
That's crazy.
What?
So they died down there?
That's what's being reported. That's what's being suspected.
And they showed that to the world. That's crazy.
And now they're saying that they're finding pieces of the craft.
How though?
They're saying that
it's
it
such
possibly.
a movie. It's such a movie.
They're gonna make a movie. They're gonna make a movie about a.
Remember that movie? What was that joint called? Sphere with Queen Latifah back in the day.
I do. I remember it, but I don't remember it.
Hated it.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Zero.
Trash.
Shit, no stars.
Who? Steve Harvey. I don't know that.
I know. Hey, share. That sounded like it was some shit. Yeah.
I missed that
It was actually pretty good. I know.
I
We believe.
I don't know about Queen Latifah.
He said, "I believe you. I believe
believe
you, brother."
Yeah.
Oh, I hate you guys.
So y'all don't
How
believe?
long was you drove the cab?
Oh man, that shit.
What is
I'm
it?
lost.
What did he say?
The joint when she drove the cab.
That movie?
Nah, the Queen Latifah joint where they went to the bottom of the sea and they found this gold big ass sphere, and it was like fucking with their minds and shit. It was like some alien shit. Yeah, don't worry. No, it was some old sci-fi shit. Don't worry about it.
But even though movies be trying to tell shit, I don't know what it was in that one.
It was like playing on their fears. And isn't it funny how like a lot of those movies, like they play like a lot of the demonic movies, it's like they all play like it seems like it's all psychological. They play on your fear, your own fears.
Yeah.
It's like the entity isn't even really doing anything to you. It's not harming you. You're harming yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which even more so tells you that it's like if you are not guarded, if you aren't strong mentally, you're easily susceptible to believe whatever the fuck they put on the TV or in the news or, you know, in the media in general. Music. Well, you easily influence. And that's who they targeting. The easily influenced motherfuckers.
For sure.
Well put.
Speaking about music, are y'all aware y'all beloved rap hip hop culture has not charted a #1 song or album this year, 2023, on a Billboard since 1993?
Wow, really?
Wow.
When I saw that, I was like, whoa.
You said a #1 hit, like album
or single.
And guess what? I went and I actually looked. You right?
I can't think of one.
No, that's actually spot on. I
would say Lil Baby because everybody on him, but nope. If he ain't doing it, then it ain't happening.
Who was the last one, Reds?
Probably Jigga.
2022. Hasn't happened the whole 2023.
Oh, okay. Damn, we like 6 months in?
Yeah. But this is the first time it happened since 1993, since Billboard started doing Billboard. Let me see if I can.
The summer just started, though. The summer just started.
What that mean?
That's the baby joint.
I think somebody gonna come up with something.
Nigga got a baby for the hand.
Somebody gotta do something.
Somebody gotta help me, please.
Make it a bit for the hand on knee. Make it a bit for the hand on knee. Damn, none of them songs go
good now. Oh shit. Oh, somebody gotta do something. Somebody got who? Okay, but who would you want to come to the rescue though? Like who would you want to come through and just yes, that's exactly what I needed.
Beanie Man.
What? Okay. Okay.
According to the new Billboard report, there has not been a hip hop album or song that has reached number one on Billboard 200 or Hot 100
Damn.
chart all year, a first since 1993 when they first started charting Billboard.
Man, it's funny you
Wait
say
a
that too.
minute.
Even when you said that, I'm
In a
see
thinking,
what
world
hap-
full of gimmicks, in a world full of commercials, Target commercials be playing hip hop.
hmm
I'm saying everything is like hip
everything.
hop based. You have no charting songs. So what does that mean? Is the gimmick running out? Is the gimmick running out?
That's, man, shit, they can recreate it now. I don't even think they need these motherfuckers anymore.
So
Just
what's
AI
hot?
shit coming.
What's hot in the
Yeah.
streets?
I don't even know. Even when you said it, Griselda, that's
I
some
don't know if
shit
you
I
can dance to the lean and make it a bit, put the hands on the knees, and make it a bit, put the hands on the knees, and make it a bit, put the hands on the knees.
That is how they all do though.
That's just like that's hot. What
So
else hot?
this is the current Billboard. What I don't even pay attention to this, but this is interesting. So Dirk is right there at 5. He has a chance.
A little Dirk's out there.
And guess what album it was in '93 that it was the Wu-Tang joint.
Yeah, that shit had like cult movement.
Yeah, but guess what? Nothing else. If you go back and if you Google right now or whatever your search engine is, if you go back to 1993 and you look at the albums that came out that year, it wasn't much. Like,
Nah, hold on. When did Nas come out? Nas came out in 93, right? No, 94. He came out in 94.
Yeah, 93 was quiet, bro.
Big came out in 94. Creeping on the Come Up came out 94.
But yeah, from 94 to shit, like 2000, shit was going good.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All My Life might get up there though. That's a good song.
He paid J. Cole
on that.
He paid J. Cole $1 million for that feature. That's crazy.
I saw that. He paid him for every single word.
I had that Doggy Style album though. I ain't gonna lie though.
That's 93 though, right?
Yeah, Doggy Snoop Dogg joint. Daddy joint.
Yeah, it's 93. Okay,
that was 93. That was 93.
So hold on. When was the Chronic? The Chronic was
Chronic.
89.
No,
nah.
92. Or probably 93. It probably came out the same year.
Hold on, let's see. It came out in
I think it was 93.
92.
92.
Oh, 92.
Yep, December 15th, 92. Damn. So 93. 93 was straight.
But still, it was number one.
Bad.
That's the point. It was number one with no.
I know that's what that, and I know that's why I'm laughing. It's like, okay, wow, okay.
And now we can't have shit. But that's probably for a good fucking reason. Because shit is trash out here.
It is.
Yeah. I even saw that Metro Boomin one. Was that Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why that's up there.
I mean, think about the creativity that happened when that Chronic album started. You know what I'm saying? Like hip hop in general took a more of a musical, like they incorporated the spoken word into music. You know what I'm saying? They combined both of them, and at that point in time, that's when they kind of both took off. I mean, because hip hop is it's probably one of the most powerful forces on the planet, actually.
No, it is, especially
it is.
It speaks the language.
Hip hop is, and they know that. They know it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see like what's coming out this year to like see if anything's could possibly be number one. Okay, so this is probably not gonna last.
He's like,
yeah,
got some things coming down the pipe.
False alarm, yeah. So Travis Scott is probably definitely gonna go number one.
What is that? Is that supposed to drop in the fall or the summer?
It says June 2023.
Okay.
But this article was posted May 16th, 2023.
Okay.
Even if there's a pushback, I think he still go number one.
Yeah, he will. He will.
And then J. Cole is supposed to be coming out 2023 in the fall.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's gonna be number one.
Yeah, he'll definitely have some shit on there.
ASAP.
Just in time for homecoming.
Yeah, huh?
Just in time for homecoming season.
Nah. And then Nicki's supposed to be dropping, so that's probably definitely going number 1.
Yeah, they'll have them towards the end of the year.
Yeah, and this is her first joint in 5 years. That shit is going up 1.
I didn't realize she just been doing features.
Only been doing features.
And then Uzi.
Oh yeah, that'll go number 1.
Yeah, it's a long year. But
yeah, it's just but you said that Doggy Style joint came out December 15th, so that was still 93.
That still was that was the end of the year.
Yeah, so.
That was the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
He had to come. Drake came through in the clutch.
Yep. I know, for real. Right at the end.
He came through in the clutch. Like, yo, we need you to go ahead and release this now.
Yeah, drop that.
Please. For all of our sakes.
I'm about to use the bathroom. Yeah, I want to talk about I was gonna talk about the Wizards.
Yeah, you can throw it, man. The whole NBA. Were y'all watching the draft too?
Yeah, what happened in the draft?
I don't know.
What we do? I know Denver ain't do shit except win a goddamn championship.
I don't know. You know what's crazy? They had 3 picks at the end of the first round too.
Hey, congratulations too, man. Y'all did that shit.
Man, it was good for the city, man.
It was. It's good in general,
everybody.
Man.
They still got it really builds up the energy. It's crazy what that shit could do.
That should have changed. It could change lives,
for real.
Bro.
Yep. Seriously.
You think that shit did in Chicago? When them niggas is
exactly.
Shit.
Even that economy,
you know what that
too.
shit can do for a city, bro?
Exactly. Quick too. Like quick.
Yo. Like when the Caps won, nigga, I was
I already know.
Cloud.
I already know. Already know.
Oh my God. I consumed so much beer at that point.
I gotta get these other franchises straight though, man.
Nah, but the Caps won, Nationals won, and
Nationals had a good one.
The Mystics won. Everybody won that year.
Yep.
So
Mystics had a good one.
Hey, we gotta get this.
That was that Elena Deladon.
Hey, listen, I like EB though. I've been listening to his interviews. I like EB. He a straight shooter, and I just think that that's something that we needed. Like the same way we talk about on Flightroom, where like stop listening to the noise, stop listening to the illusion. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers listen to too much what's happening on the outside instead of focusing what you grew up doing, which is playing fucking football, bro.
Yeah, play ball.
Just play football, yo. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas be worrying about way too much shit.
You talking about Eric Bieniemy?
His interviews, I just like him. He's a straight shooter. He's just
It was about to be that time of year too.
You can tell he actually be holding back in his interviews too. He be like, he catch himself. He be like, he be like, oh yeah,
I can't tell y'all too much.
Watch him out. Watch him out.
I'm gonna straighten them out, but yeah.
I think he's gonna be all right.
Yeah, he's gonna be all right.
I said something
with the plays. Definitely with the plays.
How the Wizards and Mystics and all them are under new management.
Oh yeah, I know the Wizards got a new GM.
Since when?
Nah. Yeah, they got a new GM. I unfollowed these niggas off every social media because after that fucking Bradley Beal shit, I knew the shit was coming down the pipeline anyway because he has a terrible contract. But for us to not get one first round pick was
nothing.
The last straw for me.
And did you see what they was trying to do today? It was like it was almost like they was trying to make up for that. It was like they was like, oh fuck, we completely botched that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, man, they did.
They try to, they try to go and get these other players, and I'm like, nah, fam, that's just
who's gonna be next?
Fucking Jordan Poole,
Right.
Wash.
Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, what y'all got? Yeah, they gave y'all second round picks, and like I don't know.
Right. Like, shouldn't we just traded directly with Golden State in the first place? If we was, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You would have got more instead of that. Because
that's what I'm saying. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
What does it take to be an expansion team?
It be feeling like the NBA is fixed. Like the Wizards is just like a stomping ground for other teams. Just like we sent Brew.
It is.
One to, you know what I mean?
And that's a first round pick right there. When I saw that shit, when he went to the Lakers, I'm like, God damn it, yo! Like how
Smart got 2 first round picks for him. He averaged
exactly
game his career, and then Bradley Beal get like a couple second rounds. That shit made no sense to me.
Nothing.
This
Shit.
This Qatar is buying an ownership stake in Washington D.C.'s NBA, NHL, and WNBA teams. So,
oh wow,
this
the
some
Saudis coming over.
Yeah, this some Saudi shit. Just like the dude Brian Davis was talking about.
Yeah, didn't they just do that with the PGA?
Yeah.
And they were mad as fuck about that though. But golf's like a rich white sport. But regardless, I'm just saying the motherfuckers that struck a chord. Hey, Saudi's got that guap.
So are we gonna have Illuminati championship? Please, can I have Illuminati championship?
Who you talking about? Boston in LA?
Washington. If y'all buying in here, like, come on.
Oh, I see what you mean. But dang, that just triggered me.
Somebody make a noodle.
I just got a vision of a glass bong filling up slowly with the vapor. I swear that just triggered the fuck out of me, man. That just gave me a second win.
Oh no.
That's crazy.
I thought he was making tea.
Huh?
I thought he was making tea.
Steeping. I thought it was steeping.
But they spent $4.05 billion, and then I know the Wizards not worth $4 billion. So is this like are they like squeezing Ted Leonsis out? That's what it looked like. Qatar's sovereign wealth fund is buying roughly 5% stake. Oh, so this 5% is not a lot. And the parent company of the NBA, Washington Wizards, NHL.
I don't think Ted going nowhere though.
Capitals, Mystics. And
watch, you're gonna start seeing more buyers on it. Watch.
Because if the Redskins was $6 billion, they're putting in 4. Hold on.
5% of that is
no. Yeah, that money don't make sense.
But what if it's 5% of each league?
Or 5% of the 4?
Yeah.
Strangling.
I don't know. I hope they do take it over because Ted Leonsis don't give a fuck about the Wizards. He all care
He
about.
Don't. But I don't see him going nowhere though.
They should have paid Bradley Beal.
They did pay his.
They did pay him. Nah, he got a crazy.
He definitely got paid.
He got the bread.
He definitely got paid.
They ain't helping him out, man. Like
that was the most.
But his contract was. I mean,
watching him play last year when he did play, I wanted to break my TV. I wanted to put my foot through that shit. Like he was so fucking nonchalant with that shit. Like I couldn't stand that.
Okay, let me ask you this.
I knew he was going to leave, but I didn't think we was going to get second round picks for the man.
All right, so let me ask you this: who was worse in their outro, Wall or Bill?
Wall put everything on the line. Wall's one of the greatest Wizards of all time.
I would second that, but yeah,
point guard performers and the players of all time. Y'all better look it up.
Yeah, I remember Wall Star. He was my favorite for a minute.
That nigga had us
Came up with Wall
going
Star.
crazy in Colorado.
Oh yeah, Wall Star, man.
We was watching the playoffs in CO. And came out there. I called game, Joe.
No, that was in LA.
I'm my part.
That was LA. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
West Coast time difference.
Well, yeah, man.
Bradley Bill finesse because he got Wall kicked out of DC for real, for real.
You think so?
He said it. Wall in his jump. He said he switched up on him when he was like, "Oh, you thinking about re-signing here?" Blah blah. It was on one of his like podcasts he did. John Wall.
Damn, I ain't never heard that, Dre. Damn.
And I'll be listening to. I heard him on All the or not the All the Smoke one. It was like a low key one I was listening to. I believe it.
Fleece the man.
He'll keep him 100.
And chose where he wanted to go to, and got paid, and we ain't getting nothing in return.
Exactly, all that just got off scot free.
You could just trade directly with.
But don't Bill kind of strike you as a dude that has like way more potential than he has, but it's like he chooses to not reach it because it's easier that way?
I don't think he's gonna do that much in Phoenix though.
I hope not.
I don't think it's enough ball, man. I feel like him and Devin Booker are the same.
They are the same, but Devin Booker, he got a meaner streak to him, so it's like,
yeah. But I think they're like
a cool ass nigga.
I don't think he's built to be the lead. I think he's built to be.
He's not. You 100% right about that.
So when he's there, I think like if they need him to just catch, shoot, or whatever the case may be.
But yeah, that's where he's probably better at than Booker. He can play off the ball.
Right.
But
I still don't see them doing that much though. I don't see him being able to carry the load.
Yeah, he's not gonna carry the load because he couldn't carry the load here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, first, second round. Mm-hmm. That's the same thing with D Book though. First, second, third. Well, I mean, he better though.
But yeah, he took us to the playoffs. I mean, took them to the playoffs.
Yeah, he has that grit, that umph. Bradley Bill don't got that. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see what happens though. I still don't think they're gonna do too much.
Killer instinct.
But what you think about Juneteenth?
I mean, I feel two ways about it.
All right,
I
didn't go crazy. I know that this year.
Awesome.
I know the first year. I know like before they even made it a holiday, we did like a big ass cookout. You know what I'm saying? And then they made it a holiday. Then like I don't know. The more you learn, it's like it's all.
I know.
It's like one, holidays is bullshit anyway. You feel me? So that's one in itself, and then it's like, if we're gonna get this holiday, this should be a lot more y'all talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What y'all doing is y'all acknowledging the fact.
Like, what are we celebrating?
That's what I'm saying.
What are we celebrating?
I feel like it being a national holiday. Yeah, it was making motherfuckers uncomfortable, man. I swear to God, that's how I feel.
What you doing for the 4th? The 4th? What do you mean?
That's my favorite holiday, honestly.
Man, you can't even front, man. That's like the perfect time of year.
It got energy to it. I love the 4th.
Yeah, you're gonna be eating good. Pools is open. You get firework, bro. Like everybody loves 4th of July.
But here's the thing. But see, that's why it's like. That's why I say I feel differently about them, because it is grown to us having that day to chill, but like it's not something. What is the 4th celebrating?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? So like
America.
No, American independence from British rule, but we never really separated from British rule. We still under the Queen
doctrine.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, what are y'all saying?
Under maritime law, all that shit. Yeah.
And then then black people really celebrated, but we were slaves at during that time.
But at the same time, what is Juneteenth? It's like it's like we're still married to that ideology of like we were, or you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't like.
They're still talking about
I don't like being
1865
joined to
with
the
that
hips
shit.
of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yeah,
Because at
it's
the
like
same time, you know
It's
how
like
they say,
remember that?
you'll never
Like,
let it go. You'll
yeah.
never let it go.
right,
It's acknowledging that shit too.
you're
It's on like
celebrating
And then
trauma.
people like, oh, how
forever
dare
repeat
you?
now.
Yeah.
You're
How dare
celebrating
you?
trauma.
Yeah.
And then they say, well, your ancestors, you know, they fought, you know what I'm saying, to be able to see you in this day. And I'm like, but y'all gotta understand all of this. Like, if you really know what's going on, you know what I mean, or have some type of like understanding like what's actually going on, you'll see like, oh, this type shit is part of, you know what I'm saying, the plan. I'm look left, right, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Some people did die to acknowledge the people that fought during those times that were actually slaves, and then, you know, their kids the next day didn't have to go on the slave plantation. However, if they did have to face Jim Crow or whatever the shit, because we was never fucking free. That's one thing. We still ain't free. They say if you go to jail, you're a slave. You know what I mean?
For
If you go
everybody
to
though.
jail, you're a slave. You know what I mean? So it's like the shit. We're celebrating trauma.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's
And,
my point.
and what they don't get is like, if we're going to celebrate something, let's celebrate. Let's do something to say, well, Juneteenth helped strike this, because in Juneteenth they fed us this.
Right.
But
Don't attach us to some trauma.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All of them.
That's,
all of them.
Yeah.
Like even Black History Month, all that
Yeah,
shit. That's what
it's
it's
trauma,
about.
yeah.
Like, yeah, that's the
like
whole.
it's made to make you fit in, and that's the thing. Like, if we
Or it's made to be divisive. I don't like that shit. Because like I use it as a tool. It's like putting us against other people that feel strongly about that. And it's like, who they think they are for celebrating some shit like that? Or who?
Yeah. Oh no, I know.
Or who are y'all to not let us celebrate some shit like that? It's divisive, and that's used as a tool in this whole thing of like sorcery. It's used as a tool. I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Like being given the name African American was supposed to be a respectable thing, you know what I'm saying, to Americans. I mean, Africans that was born here from Africa on slave ships, when in all actuality the whole term is patent. So if that means you're a patent, if I'm walking around here calling myself an African American, then in all actuality I'm calling myself property. You know what I mean? So it's always a catch-22 to everything. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's layers of
That's
that.
why they
You
make it
about
so
to- you
tough to
about to-
own anything.
Yeah, like shit.
You can't really own. It's tough to own some shit for real.
Yeah.
And that's across the board.
We can borrow.
That shit is just ammo to me. It's like that's just adding just more ammo into that.
Hey, nigga, I can't own them.
But that's to you, so it's like to the. It's I don't know, bro. It's
the whole psychological.
I hate it here.
It's psychological warfare, just like how the CIA using psychological warfare with the alien shit. Psychological warfare, pinning black folks against other black folk, pinning black folks against white folk against Spanish folk. It's psychological warfare. But when we realize that we all in it together, it's about to be what is now is no middle class, and it's high and the lowest of the low, and they're gonna cut all that shit out, and it's.
That's what they're doing right now. They're trimming the fat, man. They're separating us right now.
People gotta realize that y'all gotta get off all these fucking Twitter threads, these Facebook threads, how y'all watching all these videos and all these reactions and shit. Y'all gotta get off of that shit. It's us.
Yeah.
It's us versus there's no black, white, all that shit. Black, white, Spanish, whatever, build the wall, fuck all that shit. It's us versus them. Get off all that shit.
Bottom line.
It's been time to be.
And it's been that way. You're right. Yeah, it's been that way.
And this probably the most dangerous shit. That shit outside of the CIA documents and all that shit is us versus them.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, man.
That shit.
Like one thing gonna save us though. You know, one thing that's gonna save us. Afro beats.
Yeah, that bring everybody.
Listen.
It's the frequency. It's the frequency. Afro beats don't have
I don't
that.
know what
Boom,
they be saying,
boom,
but that should be
boom.
sounding good.
Yep, it's all beat. It's that beat.
It's the
Everybody
frequency,
dance.
bro.
Feel like
Think
you're
about
at
it.
Moon Palace.
Think
Babies
about
love
it.
it. Old
When you
people
listen,
love it.
when you listening to trap music, right? It's more so the
P,
beat
we at
while you
Moon
riding
Palace.
in it.
P.
But the
Now, what?
Afro beats,
Hold on.
it be
Yeah.
the everything.
Say it again, boo boy.
When you listen to the hip hop and all of that, it be the low frequency of the bass that gets you kanked. So that causes you to react in a negative way because it's a low frequency,
Yeah,
you know what
fuck
I'm saying?
you.
Or to attach negative feelings towards it. But when it's in a high frequency like Afro beats, you don't even know what the fuck they saying. But
Yep.
it's more understanding of the sounds and the music that's being used. So if I'm in that high frequency that love the 70s, that's why the 70s music it bloomed because it wasn't no low frequency. It talked about love. It talked about uplifting. It talked about coming togetherness. Even the early stages of hip hop. You know what I mean? They came in talking about uplifting, you know what I mean? But then the low frequency was introduced. And then that's when, you know what I'm saying? So I love me. I be spinning them Afro beats. They be looking at me in the club like, what? I be like, nigga, what?
Nah, the Afro beats where it's at. Honestly, bro. If you're not on that way,
I see you moving, nigga.
Hey, I be getting that shit.
Bro,
Y'all
I
know
feel like
me.
that.
I love move.
That's what a party is. Them Afro beats.
Wait till Chris Stapleton do a track with like Tuesday or something like that.
Yeah, Rima, some shit like that.
It's going down.
Or Tim's or something like that. It's gonna change the
Yep,
world.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wizkid did a song with Tusi. Oh shit.
Wizkid straight
I'm
too.
talking about like a country music star that's like hip and it's gonna change the world.
What's the dude that did that? He got the one with Lil Durk, man. He was number one on that Billboard actually. When you just showed Warren something. What's that dude's name? I can't think of his name. Him. He pretty hip.
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, him.
He got a song with Lil Durk.
Yeah. It's called it's called like Don't Chase Girls or some shit. It's straight.
I thought it's called From the Hood to the Hills.
You for real?
No, it's called Broadway Girls.
Who?
It's called Broadway Girls.
Broadway Girls.
Oh, that's
like
crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy as fuck. That's why
they got videos
too. I saw
too.
He was number one and Dirk was number 5. I was like, what? They both on like the fucking
Stand By Me? Who's Dirk agent right now? Because he's like pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, he is. He's everywhere too.
Any tips?
And J. Cole. J. Cole bodied that John too.
Yeah, he did. That video was tough too.
That nigga spent
shit that I actually agree with. Like, don't say a rapper's name if you ain't know him, if they was alive and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
Even that shit, yeah.
Everybody be
if you're gonna pay respects and listen to them, see who they was, all right, cool. But don't be, I loved him from the age of 23.
Don't be dick riding.
Mm-hmm. Don't be out here lying.
I'm telling you that Afrobeat's gonna save the world. I haven't kind of like heard that shit before, like early 2010s or whatever you call that shit. When I was like in Miami, I was like kind of hearing it.
But we're not paying attention.
Yeah.
But you know, it felt good though.
Yeah, because
it was like, ooh, what was that?
I like Europeans go to Miami and they kind of like groove into it. So like, okay, yeah. And then now that shit's like world stage, and it's like, bro, it's like artist after artist after artist after artist. I was like, okay, so there's like a formula for the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Afrobeats, bro.
Yeah, it is.
And then watch when it starts spreading out like Latin America, and then that's going.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's it.
Wildfire, and then boom, back here.
But even they shit kind of got tempo and its own sound too.
Hey, look, I'm about to put this
like Bad Bunny and all that.
Yeah, they got their own little trap.
They do. You don't even know what they be saying.
Bad Bunny, all right though.
It's all tempo though. It's all just tempo. They ain't saying nothing.
I don't know about Bad Bunny though. Them motherfuckers.
Oh, I know he on something. That was a bad example, but
Kills
His
me.
music though.
yeah, that should be.
I'm gonna send the Afro Beats joint playlist and
Yeah, send that out. Yeah,
I'll be
I'm
in
gonna be
the
on
truck
that tonight.
cranking to that day. 30 wind up. Oh shit. Cranking. Shit make your day change. I'm trying to tell you, bro. What the fuck was I mad about? Fuck it.
And I'm gonna put in a link in this description, and y'all better. You got a SoundCloud, boy? You need to start SoundCloud.
I got Apple Music. I was told that.
No, you need to start a SoundCloud of your mixes.
Yeah, I was told that last night, so I got you.
Oh yeah, definitely get them playlists. Oh
yeah, I need that playlist, please.
I got you.
Gotcha.
Got you. I'll fuck it up one time.
Yeah, we can sign off here off a good note.
Baby, yeah, you're done talking.
Yeah, that's cool.
Healing the world off of music and recognizing the bullshit off the alien agenda. Recognizing the bullshit off of music and Mockingbird Media, the CNN News, and all the above. This is your host, Remy Please, and I'm with Concourse P, Keys, and Wood Food. And this is another episode of Overtime 101. We back. YouTube try to ban us, but I don't know. We're gonna try to figure some other routes out. Some Twitch, I don't know. Twitch, Twitter. This is on Twitch right now. This is on Twitch. This is on Twitter. Follow us wherever you can follow us. Send us some suggestions, any topics that wants to cover. Shout out to Max Smart 86 that was in the chat tonight.
Shout out to
1986. 1986, a great year. You know, Michael Jordan scored the scoring title in 1986.
Yes, he did.
You know, Mike Tyson, heavyweight champ, 1986.
Steve Harvey grew his mustache in 1986.
But yeah, 1986 and beyond. This is me, Please Keys, Concourse P. We're gonna catch y'all on the flip. We're gonna be posting on Spotify. I've been lagging. We're gonna backload all of our audio on all the platforms.
The episodes.
Yeah, I've been slacking. Yeah, we're gonna catch y'all on the flip, y'all. Y'all be easy.
Peace, love.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That joint, like I say,